We're live. We're live.
You are live.
We're live. We're live with one of the panelists. He's got 5 minutes with us. We're here at the State of Young Urban New York. Roy Paul, correct. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
What are you going to be talking about today?
Well, I'm on the media panel, and there are several questions that they're going to be asking about the state of urban youth. One of them is why African Americans aren't coming out in large numbers to vote. Do politicians take the African American vote seriously when they're campaigning for office? What can young people do to dispel some of the negativities that the media portrays about them? And a whole host of other issues that are going to be affecting young urban people.
And I get why are young professionals coming out to vote, or more anyway? Or your thoughts on that?
Well, President John F. Kennedy said that politics is not a negative word, and I think a lot of people, young, old, across the board, see politics as a negative foray to get into. And in some cases, with very good reason. We see that African Americans in particular are discouraged to vote voter ID laws that we see now happening across the country. And that is a very intentional endeavor on behalf of the bourgeoisie and people in power to discourage people from getting involved in the political process. And on the flip side, you have a lot of people who are in office who aren't really doing the right things. Caucasian or African American, and so the corruption in politics and also the intimidation of tactics.
So now, what are your day-to-day? What are you working on currently?
Well, I'm a political commentator. I ran for office when I was 19 years old and was elected to a school board in upstate New York, becoming the youngest African American to be elected to a school board in the state.
Wow.
And championing education issues, I am particularly interested in the disparities that exist in the education system with the issue of technology and resources. You find that there's a direct link between students who have access to technologies and how they eventually perform later in life, not just as they're going through K through 12, but K through 13 and then beyond in life. So what I focus on is how do we bridge the gap.
And the landscape is moving quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Technology is, every year there's a new iPhone coming out and you have to keep up with the latest gadgets.
Yes.
And while I don't advocate trying to keep up with the Joneses, you have to at least be aware and be proficient in the technologies, not just with mobile apps, but with computers and different software types.
Trust me, I know. I still have my BlackBerry. I've got my partner here who's beating me up about it.
I have a BlackBerry too, so you're saying you have to get an Android or an iPhone, and I'm being reluctant.
Yeah, I'm
a
working
tourist,
on it.
So I'm stubborn. I'm not moving.
But I know you only have a few minutes with us. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We're live streaming on wave45.tv. Roy Paul is with us. Thank you. And one last thing. What's one thing that you would want the members, the people who are attending the event, to take away from what you have to speak on today?
Well, despite the negative things that are out there in the media about us, and despite the archaic laws like the Stand Your Ground law in Florida and other states that allow people to be murdered and then say that they were feeling threatened and get away with murder, that young people have to stand their ground and continue to be vocal and be outspoken. And you can't allow these things to intimidate you from standing your ground and making change. One person can do it.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
You guys are good to go. Oh, I'm sorry. What was the website you wanted to talk about?
www.roy-paul.com.
All right, it's there now, people.
It's
here,
there.
man.
It's there.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Thanks so much.
How was that?
It's perfect.